Scorpio! How you doing? So, I am back. As you may know, I am back off my travels. Yes, bruv. I am back and I'm going crazy. I think we must be, right? Because we are now halfway through April. Wow. So, this is from the 15th until the 30th. So, the same process as before, but this is going to be in the bi-weekly folder and not the monthly folder, okay? Same applies. If you want the buy all option, the price is there, it's easy, the price is right. It gives you 3-month access to everything, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and I'm going to do some stuff for money probably, and that will be bonus material that gets put in there, so you'll have access to that too, okay? And that streams for 3 months, okay? So there's an option, I think it's £15 or like $19, whatever that works out at. Same as before, but I will state, and I am going to state this to people as well, okay? Tarot is an advice system, it's a game. It used to be known as a game, tarot, okay, but it's the game of life. It's a bit like the Wheel of Fortune, the game. It used to be the Wheel of Fortune, the game of life, okay? It's the same kind of process, but it doesn't always relate to anybody. But generally, you create your future and you can alter your future at any time by what it is that you think, what comes from your mind. It really does, because that's how you manifest things, okay? But generally, it gives you a heads up of things that can be changed. That's what it is. It's an advice system. It's kind of like a prediction, but it's more of an advice system of energy that is around you at that time, or what will be within that, indicative to that time prediction of like the 15th until the 30th. But it gives you chance in order to maybe change that, because free will, it doesn't matter if these are major arcana. You can change your free will at any time you like. At any time you like. So it'll be very prominent, but it depends on how well you do have proper barriers in place of self-worth and self-love and value. If you have that, okay, and you have respect for yourself, you'll know how to work with energy, pretty much. So you'll know how to act with it as an action, reaction and response time to actions in life. If you are very much under control, you'll know how to control energy. And that's so important. That's why it's an advice system, okay? So I'm trying to do this because I do get also blame where people just blame me and they don't order the rest of the reading, and they've got no idea what happens over on Vimeo when everything changes up, and I bring it all round into a conclusion, but they've just seen this bit and they start to blame a reader. That's what I'm saying. If you blame, if you're full of blame, okay, I'm not saying everybody is, but if you're full of blame and you can blame a channeler and a reader for just something that they're doing and they don't know you, if you have that kind of blame in your energy and in your head where you would want to do that, what you put out is what you get back, literally in life. So it doesn't matter that you're blaming me, but what I'm trying to say as advice is, if you're that angry of a person, of any star sign or any human being, if you're that angry and you can do that, what you put out is what you get back. Trust me, it happens. So you've got to be socially aware and relaxed to work with energy as an advice system of a channeler that helps to give you that advice, okay? So I'm going to add that into a lot of things. So it's not just you, Scorpio, that's like everybody, okay? Because we're all cut from the same cloth, right? So let's get on. So the first card, Karma card, First Impressions. Wow, your own card. Scorpio, the Death card. So hopefully this is transformation, because this is the self. This is about the self. The first impressions, the self, and the appearance and leadership, okay? But as the appearance and the self, as this is probably talking about you, hopefully this means that you've learned something, that something has ended. But it can also mean the ego and the pride. It can mean transformation. That's what you want to hope for, is that you've learned something, but you've also forgot something, because you have to let something go to let something in. Sometimes you have to let old people go in order to let new in. You know, we can get very hurt by people and we get confused by our feelings and what they really are, especially being Scorpio, because you're a fixed water sign, okay? So sometimes it can take a long time to drop something, and we kind of blame ourselves and we can form hatred, or people can, against you as a star sign or anybody, not realising what it's actually like to be a Scorpio. Now, I'm a Pisces, okay, so I'm mutable, but my feelings are all over the place sometimes. So I've got no idea really what it's like to be a sun sign Scorpio, okay? So there's no blame that you should ever blame upon yourself, because that's the worst thing that you could ever really do, is to blame yourself. It depends where Scorpio is in your chart. But as a first card, It's saying that probably something ended, and it may have took a long time for someone to actually get what the lesson of life may have been, okay? But as a self and the appearance, there's something that's taking a long time to actually end, or it did, and it's transforming into something new. It's blossoming like the phoenix rising from the ashes, pretty much, okay? Your soul rises from the ashes like the tower. It rebuilds the self, it rebuilds the ego, it disintegrates it and brings it back up as strength to persevere forward, okay? So as a first card, it can either be good or bad because it's your own card. So you've either learned something, hopefully, about yourself, okay? So then we're going to go on to the second house, which is how they see you, or this is how you see them, okay? So the Three of Cups, so it's like divinely guided, but it's more or less wanting to, okay, so there might have been like drugs and alcohol maybe in some people's vicinity, because this is kind of like, it's like death, but it can be someone that is like, I hate to say this, but this did come up for another sign, like on death's door, you know, because this can relate to partying too much. Okay, but as a card, that's what it means. It's kind of like celebrating. But this can mean like overindulgent, like too much drink. So it can also relate to drug abuse and things like that, or mental abuse, or any kind of abuse. It can mean like overindulgent. And because it is actually coupled with a Scorpio card of death, it doesn't have to mean you, but it can mean that something is taking a very long time to like detox from. So it can mean like the ego of also the mind of something that someone's done to you, or that you may have even done to them, and that you may blame yourself maybe for that. And this is why maybe I picked up on the message to give it to people that don't never blame yourself for things. That's the worst thing that you can ever do, is to actually blame yourself for being the person that you are, a star sign, or anybody to do that. It's the wrong thing that you can ever do. You can never blame society, because your brain will start to manifest confusion of where, you know, I've done with other things with the plate, is that people always say, well, why is it that I attract why is it that people enter my life that always do that to me? But it's really because you attract yourself to it. It's a low vibrational person or thing that hopefully in the end it teaches you to raise your vibration, to stop the blame game. You know, when you stop blaming others is when you stop blaming yourself, because you learn self-worth and forgiveness. You learn to forgive yourself. We're all cut from the same cloth. We're all born under the same stars. We're all born from an energy source that sacrificed himself. Sacrificed that in order to learn us, to teach us about being reborn. Okay. So it might be something to do with that. But how they see you is maybe someone that they want to unite with, that they want to celebrate with, that they want to go out with and have a good time even. Okay. But it can also mean that. I'm going to give you the good and the bad. Okay. The good, the bad and the ugly. Okay. So there you go. So you've got decisions. So the third house is how you've been communicating, which is about, it's more like not communicating. If you have been communicating with them, it's about how do we go forward on a decision. Okay, if you have, that means that you've actually been deciding and talking about, well, which path shall we take? We've got this decision that we could travel, maybe, that we could do this together, and like, how are we going to come together? Because it's like, come together right now over me, boom boom. The Beatles, right? So was it John Lennon or I don't know, I think they sang that together, didn't they? Yeah, they did, the Beatles. But how are we going to come together? How are we actually going to bring this together and reconciliate? How are we going to unite together? If it's to do with soulmate energy, there are decisions that need to be made in order for us to unite. Sorry, but I've got things going off at the Wuzzwanger. But how are we gonna make these decisions? So let's see. So it could have something to do with travel. It could have something to do with someone wanting to come and actually see you that has children. Now this can be the other end of the street, the other end of the town, the other end of the city, the other end of the world, provenance, state, wherever that you are, wherever you are. Because baby, it's too hard to see. So this is traveling also, but something that's more karma, okay, than it is the karmic. Something that's not karmic. This is also part of karma, so it's part of learning something, okay. It doesn't mean that you're in a two-party, three-party situation. It just means that they're thinking about you, you're thinking about them, and you're actually discussing which way is it that we go from here. We need to make a plan. We need to set something on stage, set stage to make things more calmer. Now, it could have a lot to do with travelling, and they could have children, and they just want to come and see you, but how are we going to merge together, okay? Because we want to come together right now. Over me, or you could be saying over my dead body. you could be. So there you go, wish fulfillment, great card to end with. So you've ended and started with two major arcanas. So we've gone to the passion, the expression of the passion and the drama. Well, the drama has been about detoxing. So like I say, a lot of you could be dealing with someone that's detoxing from something, from some kind of, well, it might be mental abuse, it might be physical abuse, it might be, I don't know, I'm just a reader, so please, I don't know. But it can be like alcohol abuse also, you know. This is like becoming clean. This is indicative to Adam and Eve and being clean and back in time, okay? So this is like a healing energy. It's one of the best cards you can have. It's wish fulfillment. Someone's wish is being granted because this is the passion and the drama also. So it means good. It's like a yes card, like yes, bruv. Yes. Some of you could be screaming yes, Scorpio, like okay, shut up, Steve. Sorry, I'm just thinking of a film as well, like oh, Professor Clump with the old woman. Yes. I don't know what's wrong with me just lately, Scorpio, but this is like wish fulfillment of ending something but also starting something, putting the passion and the fire, not the fire, but finding clarity, traveling with someone that's pure. Like this is someone that's pure and honest. It's like an Aquarian energy, but this is someone that's pure and honest, that's like detoxing from some kind of ending also. So it's like a reflection, because this is a reflection. And this can be because it's like reborn, okay? Like the muse. You might see someone as your muse. Muse reborn. I used to love that song. But as a mirror and a decision of mirror, you're kind of mirroring each other, really. Because this is like the mirror too, because it's like reconciliation of a soulmate, the three. So it's kind of like you'll both experience some kind of ending of where you're kind of the same, but you're sort of different. One's probably more like fixed in their way, maybe, and one is more like more of a like a healer, like a pure guide, and that could be like some of the cross comparison of dark and light of what you would do if you meet soulmates. You know, you can be the same, but you can also be extremely different, but you could have experienced life things that are kind of the same, but they're completely different also. You know, you're cut from the same cloth, but you've just experienced things a lot differently. That's why you represent yin and yang, you know, yin and yang. So we're going to leave it there at the moment, but there are decisions to be made. But I don't know if I did say, but I'm also adding in over on Vimeo is what is going on in your partner's life, or whoever it is that you think about, what is going on in their life, and that'll help you break all this down when I clarify everything as well, okay? Because you'll be able to relate it to breaking down the story. So what's going on in their life, and also how is it that they're thinking and feeling about you specifically, okay? So once I've done with the overall energy and clarified all this, and we've gone over that, they're the two lots of different questions that I'll also ask, and that is what you'll also get for the money, which is, like I say, it's £3 or $4 to just watch that, or there is a buy all option. All right, guys, but it's in your bi-weekly folder. If you want a personal reading, they are also open. Send me an email and I'll be able to hook you up, bruv. All right? So thank you very much for all your support, Scorpio. Really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys hopefully over on Vimeo soon. Okay, guys, peace. Boom.